make sure you tune to the RPX. Stay dropping jewels all on the airwaves. Keep sitting hunting like every single day. This ain't no shade, this ain't no flex. Just make sure you tune to the RPX. Stay dropping jewels all on the airwaves. Keep sitting hunting like every single day. RPX. Yeah, just the RPX where you can sit back and catch a vibe at. But your mind gotta be open like a surgeon with a scalpel. Mixed with the tips that can help with the mental, also the spiritual, and even the physical. The way she break it down, you don't need a visual. Always keep it fair and also critical. Everything is clear, ain't no need for subliminals. Growth is essential, the love is not rental. You might be perplexed, but it's so simple. If you wanna know how you can interact, just hit the IG or the Glock or where it at. So come get involved, it don't even cost. Just hit the DM if you need to talk. So all my good people out there, stay blessed and make sure you tune in to the RPX. This ain't no shade, this ain't no flex. Just make sure you tune to the RPX. Stay dropping jewels all on the airwaves. Keep sitting hunting like every single day. This ain't no shade, this ain't no flex. Just make sure you tune to the RPX. Stay dropping jewels all on the airwaves. Keep sitting hunting like every single day. RPX.
Chill. I hope you're chilling because we just pulled up here at the X Radio, where you can find us every Thursday night at 6 p.m. here on Glockaware. And of course, as always, we want to thank Glockaware for hosting us. You know, this is our 5th season, and you know, I'm always evolving and changing and finding new avenues and people and routes to go in life. And you know, I made some nice connections today, made some cool decisions. So if you're interested in elevation, I'm going to have some financial wellness consultants come on like we did last month. I decided to make that like a monthly thing. And we'll be talking about that the second week in August. So if you're interested, you know, check out the promo, tune in. We are live on YouTube right now. We're going to have some art therapy. We're starting a little late today, but it is totally cool because we are chill. And we're going to learn some techniques to cope with everyday items that we deal with, maybe emotional things or stress or anxiety or depression. So that's what we do here, you know. Go ahead and take in the little seeds, and maybe you're not ready to plant them, but if you are, you can apply where necessary. I do have an interesting fact. Mar, who does our art as therapy, she will be coming in shortly. But she recently decided to explore music as well. She created a meditation track, and we're going to play a little bit of that while we wait for her. It's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe, so you're going to have to check it out. You can check us out live. We are on YouTube live right now. You can go to YouTube, type in Glockaware, hit the live link, watch us. We're going to do an art demonstration shortly. But in the meantime, as I speak, she lives and breathes Mar. I'm going to let her get settled, but we're going to play that meditation track while we groove out and get ready.
An energetic pull. I feel it in my spirit. It's light. When it's dark outside, it makes it bright. When it's dark outside, it makes it bright. This is light. Energy, it is a reflection, it is pointing to you, it is light. We are light. I am light, you are light. We are light, I am light, you are light. We are light. We are strong and powerful. We brighten masses and seas. We lift one up from the long presence of our light shining within, across connections. We are lights.
Yo, I told you it's a whole vibe. Like, that thing's like what? How many minutes long, Mar?
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Dance to it, clean to it,
Right.
wake up to it.
That's a whole friggin' vibe.
Yeah, dance.
Are you going to release it on anything?
That's what I'm thinking. We're trying to get this video together
Yeah.
to bring it to light, so people can really see that they.
I want to ask, but I'm not going to ask because I need to be
Ask,
surprised.
ask.
No, I want to know if you have that vision for the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a surprise. You can't tell everybody. I mean, we can.
Well-
Maybe I can get a
Well, we
tidbit
keep
on
on
the low.
changing it. We're so excited about because this song when we did it in the studio was very much like alien, like type of super moon type of stuff. And then
What
it
was that for
kinda
you
like-
to? You said you've been wanting to do some music.
Right. So honestly, I don't know if you know, but it's a freestyle. Like we literally she went in the booth and I went like on the mic. And then we never heard the track before.
Right.
And
You
then
just
we
went
put it
for
on
it.
and we just went for it.
Yeah,
And just following spirit and following the lights. And
Listen, I'm with it, little light worker. So, my bright light, what are we doing today? If you're not already following Mar, check her out at Expressive Illustrations.
Hey guys, peace,
She has a
guys.
nonprofit organization. If you are in the kind-hearted place of donation, she
Yes.
accepts donations for art supplies, either as, of course, in monetary form or supplies themselves.
Yes.
So she holds classes weekly, multiple classes, and she also has Colors of Therapy coming up this Saturday as
Yes,
well.
Guys, this is the 1-year anniversary. It's so much in store. We have animal therapy, interactive workshops.
What kind of animals? I just went to a vegan
Okay.
festival last
Yes.
weekend, and I worked the weekend, and there was this guy walking a pig on a leash. Right.
Interesting.
That's what I said.
Not
And
on
of
a
course I had
leash.
to ask. Well, I mean, it
Well,
can't
could
run
you-
free,
could
right?
you touch it? Like,
I didn't, but people were doing that.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So we have some bunnies and some birds and some puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
So you can get some loving.
Yeah.
Because the animals are very, very
Soothing,
therapeutic.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, well, they bring them into hospitals with therapy,
Yeah,
therapy animals.
Literally just for that reason. Yeah, I have a cat. I'm
They have
cracking up.
what do they call them? Emotional support animals now.
There we go. There
that's,
we go.
That's the way you can
Yeah.
fly with your pet for free, by the way.
Bet. So yeah, we got all of that. We got interactive workshops. We got a DJ. Levites are stopping by for a little bit for the
Nice.
cause. That's a band, if y'all didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. They actually came
I'm
here
like,
to Glockaware before.
Oh, bad.
Yeah, it was
yeah, they're
poppin'.
amazing. They're amazing. We have a spa station where you can get massages or your makeup done.
Nice. Beautification and relaxation. I love it.
We have a color auction, which is new to Colors of Therapy. So it's actually a silent auction, and artists have donated a piece for the cause.
Nice.
So come and support some local artists. Come and support vegan food. Just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot, and
An elevated
yes,
event, you know?
really come out with your mindset. Yes, elevated. You come in. We're trying to really unify the community. We're trying to really decrease depression, decrease stress levels, and this is how we're doing it through this fundraiser, through educating people. You're even going to be a part of an interactive mural. You're going to be helping paint a mural that's coming up right across the street too.
It's going to be like an outdoor wall permanent fixture.
Yes.
You could be a part of history.
Yes, there we go. There we go. So Colors of Therapy from 6 to 10 at Viaduct, Philly. That's 500 North 10th Street. Tickets are on sale at Eventbrite through my link on my page, Expressive Illustrations. Or you can buy at the door. I'm going to tell you this, be on time.
Be on time.
That's the trick. If you can't, of course, we want you there no matter what.
But they have to pay more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be on time.
Be on time.
Experience everything there is to experience.
Listen, part of self-care and wellness, of course, is I'm a walking
I'm
infomercial
looking
now.
at it.
We'll get ready
Yes.
for it, girl. So, of course, staying hydrated. And this Euphoria water is medical grade water. It has a
Wow.
9.5 alkaline level. I want you to stay hydrated. So take a drink.
Thank you.
It's cold for you.
Ooh, it is cold.
Yeah, yep. Take
The
a drink, because
healthiest
listen,
water.
even 2% dehydration makes your goofy. You start thinking
It
goofy.
does. What you put in your body makes such a difference in
Yeah.
your mood, your mental. It's crazy. Yo, this is really good. No
Oh.
cap.
That's really good.
You hear that, Cap? It's really good. Check out Euphoria Water
Yes.
on Instagram. They
For real,
also
y'all.
deliver, and you can find them at
Ooh.
most of the
I don't
local
know no
festivals.
water places that deliver. They just doing their
They
damn
deliver.
thing.
He'll deliver.
I love it. Your furry water. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
All right, let's get to it.
Yes. All right. So we're just gonna start off with a little. You know, I like the icebreakers and stuff. So can you just take the mirror and just look at yourself? You know, just be like, I'm so
Baby,
fine.
baby.
You know.
Let's
like,
go.
Hey.
Mhm,
Okay. Mhm.
Checking it out. I got the extra beautification mirror over here, so I can
So
see
you know I'm really
everything.
into affirmations.
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna just think about some things that you probably been worried about yourself, and it doesn't have to be outer appearance. It can be inner
Sure.
things that are going on, and you're gonna turn it into a positive affirmation. So that's gonna be opposite of what you're worried about or thinking about. So
Mara, you always put me on the spot.
I know.
And
I
like,
know.
go
Well,
ahead. You start off.
Yeah, I'll go first. You
Go
know,
ahead.
yes. So okay, so for me, I think it's something I've been worried. Oh, yes. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, something I've been worried about, honestly, if we want to be real,
Let's
is
do
just trusting the process.
Mm-hmm.
110%. Right? And I know that sounds weird coming from me because I'm teaching you about how not to worry. But trusting the process 110%, meaning when something doesn't go as planned, I need to just trust that that's how it's supposed to go. It is as planned. Cause
Right.
it's
Right. There was a
in the
lesson
right way.
lesson to be learned from that
Right.
in some way.
So I think my affirmation would literally be, I will trust the process.
I will trust the process.
Or I trust. We don't want to say
trust, yeah.
will.
No,
I
we're doing
trust-
it, right.
I trust the process. Period. Maybe I'm gonna put a period right there. Period.
What do they say? Period. Poo.
Purple. So yes, I trust the process, and I'm gonna do a little design. I'm gonna hook it up. I'm excited. Yes.
So we're drawing on these.
You are. You are.
I love it.
Yeah. Just be creative. Do however you want. And even if you just want to take some deep breaths in before you start, just to reset.
Yeah, that's good.
And anybody can do this. If you got a little lipstick mirror, got some markers. These are actually paint markers. They're really cheap from the art stores and Amazon.
Listen, you know what? I'm going to shout out Dollar Tree because they have some cool, expanded their craft. They make it easier for, maybe COVID did this, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Because they have expanded, like you can get things of this nature.
Dollar Tree?
I don't know to what level, but it's worth
Wait,
trying it
where,
for $1.
though? Because you know only the bougie ones be having.
No, girl. No.
No?
I'm talking hood.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Word.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I trust. You know the word trust is so deep.
So, are we just doodling?
Go for it.
All right.
All of that. So you guys might not know, but doodling is very beneficial for when you have a chaotic mind, and you're like overwhelmed or you're like anxiety ridden.
Same concept as a fidget spinner, right?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, any type of, I bought scarves today if we wanted to move around with them. Any type of movement.
Mara said, let's get funky with
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Any type of movement to get
Speaking
your
of
mind off things.
which, folks, we're having a reggae 420 night,
What?
July 31st at IPAM.
What?
It is BYOB 420 friendly. Food and catering is available, and so we'll be in that John from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. And,
Let's get it. That's exciting.
right. I'm trying to book a band, so if you know a reggae band, contact me like ASAP.
Okay. Not the reggae band.
Yeah, man, you gotta have the whole authenticity of it to really get the whole full experience.
Seriously.
We gotta have a
seriously.
Rose Porter experience.
I need the pink when you're
Oh,
done.
here you go.
Oh, no, take
I'm
it.
not dedicated to it, so be my
I
guest.
trust the process.
Yeah, I
So,
trust the process. So
do you know your affirmation?
you know, I kind of am in the same mindset as you as far as that goes, because my whole thing has been like kind of what's my next move. So it's kind of along those lines of, okay, realigning myself
Yeah.
and just moving forward with, solid shit.
Real shit. You know, the crazy part is, like, literally 2 days ago, my job called me and was like, because I was supposed to go back and do actually not art therapy but just art classes
right.
within different, and they called me like, oh, we don't have the budget for it.
They're like, sure you don't.
We don't have the budget for it. I'm
'Cause-
like, oh, okay. Well, the blessing is, so I automatically, I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of other stuff that was going wrong that day, so the timing of it was like...
Damn it, man. No, I wasn't ready.
It's like, hold up. But a true story, certain things that I know to do,
Yeah.
I did. So the first
Because you've
thing-
had these experiences
Yes,
before where
yeah,
all
so
of a sudden
it's
you've been
nothing
thrown in
new.
a situation, you're like, all right,
It's
first of
nothing
all,
new.
let me just take a fucking seat, man.
Right, and that's exactly what I was out Center City, like, doing fucking errands. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go down, take my ass, sit down the seat,
Yeah.
get a drink. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
end up
it.
doing. It happens, you know?
I mean, that's not
I
being
wanted to
hazardous.
do-
A drink is like, let me
Right.
just take the edge off. Like, I gotta take this edge off
But
because
I always tell people, do something you love to do. So
Yeah.
it doesn't technically...
you can go out in nature. You can
Yeah.
treat yourself to a nice smoothie or some
Right,
ice
a
cream,
smoothie,
something that
ice
soothes your
cream.
soul.
Right.
You know, like,
I was just like, I was still on vacation mode. I just went on vacation, y'all. So I
Nice.
was like, let me just get a drink, just
Right.
relax. So I did something I love. I prayed about it. And I also was just like, I was upset. I know, like, even though I know, like, I've lost plenty of jobs. I've
I will
heard,
survive.
yeah, like, and it always,
Right.
it's so funny. And that's what I started doing is I started saying affirmations. Like, everything happens for a reason. Everything will flow as it's supposed to.
Right.
I will,
You gotta
It must be a
distract
bigger
your mind
blessing
off the
coming.
foolish mess that's going on
Yeah.
inside.
So I did my affirmations. I end up calling somebody I love to talk about it a little
Right.
bit. What else did I do? Then when I got home, I am very solution oriented. So I did my I meditated and visualized a life I want to live first of all, and then I got into like, what am I about to do? Like,
Right.
okay, this income isn't coming in August.
She said, I am in planning mode.
Right. So we back to square one, but I'm excited because I'm scared,
Yeah.
But I'm excited
That's
because I'm
like
like
a good anxious though.
yeah. Yes.
It's-
Yes. Like,
yeah.
ooh, what's to come?
Yeah, right. That's kind of where I'm at. I was talking to somebody about our financial wellness that we decided to also add to our monthly schedule here. And, I complain about people not talking on the microphone. I was just doing it. I can't believe it. Okay, let's move this over because I'm distracted by this situation here. All right, so our financial wellness situation, we decided to add that as a monthly feature, just like we do our art therapy. So, of course, taking if you know where your finances are coming from or what your budget is at the very, what I'm saying, like if you are on a track, you have things, of course things happen, but we got to plan and spend wisely and all that kind of stuff. So, some folks had put me on, and I actually congratulated them for having their business, and then they turned me into an entrepreneur.
Really?
Yeah, word. No word. Word, I gotta take my classes. I'm gonna do sell life insurance
Ooh.
and brand ambassador for some other folks. But
Oh, snap.
yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about it and see if it might be for you. You never know. So as a successful business person, it's
Yes.
important to have at least 5 streams of income because
Trust
they're not
me.
all gonna come in at the same time, especially
Right.
if you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you got to have
yeah.
different avenues, and of course that
Yeah.
financial wellness is like takes
It's
a toll off your
important.
mental, right?
Yeah, because I always say we're multifaceted people, but it was like I was having a conversation with somebody about just how she was like, yeah, I'll never be too big because I'm not really big on Instagram. I was like, listen, you got clients coming through? She like, yeah. I'm like, that's all that matters.
Word
is
of
how,
mouth is
right.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, are you making a difference? Are you doing your job so that it's providing some type of profit for you? That's what it's about. The mission is about this and that,
Right.
but it's also about like
Financial
how are you-
freedom and
yeah,
everything.
How are you managing your money? How are you bringing in money? It doesn't have to be how everybody else is doing it. It has
And
to be
for me,
what
that was a hang up for me,
Yeah.
because I come from a generation of parents who worked one job for 20, 30 years and then retired from it. And that's not how we operate in this system of things generally anymore. I
right.
mean, there are those 9-to-5ers, or sometimes they even job hop. They don't stay. Like, you're not a nurse at this practitioner for so many bazillion years. Like, no, you job hop, whatever the best opportunity is, whoever has the best benefits, so on and so forth.
Right.
So, it's just different. And for me, I feel as though for a long time, because I did choose that path, but it also taught me those skills to be able to run my own stuff efficiently and be able to have the savviness to, make good decisions. And so I'm thankful for that. But, we're not all 9-to-5ers.
Right,
I like to be
yeah.
able to pick and choose, because sometimes you might not be able to do that, or sometimes you might not be in the
Yeah,
mood for that, or sometimes that
exactly.
money might be better than that money. So it's
Right.
like, you gotta just, I like to do
Yeah.
have my hands in a few pots.
Yeah, and using the resources that you have around you, Xing around.
And a lot of times you have different opportunities.
Yeah,
Like
seriously.
I was just talking about you saying how successful you've become so quickly doing something you're so passionate about, because you have multiple classes within 1 week's time.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you've expanded to be able to
Right.
resource different avenues through that one thing. And my hat's off to you, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, with I started off doing events. And I was like, I love the events, but once I
And
got
you were
into
good at 'em.
Oh, thank you.
It was such a beautiful turnout every time, and it was just like I
you.
said, it was instantaneous. You're a
Yeah.
manifester, like,
Aw,
girl.
appreciate that.
Every
It's
morning,
all about-
I have $1 million in my
Right.
bank account.
I'm
Money comes to
abundant.
me with ease. I am a money magnet.
Period.
Yeah, like seriously.
All of that. Then I was like, okay, well, especially once I got into expressive art therapy, I was like, people really need places where they can heal in smaller realms, because I
Not
see the
everything's for
impact.
everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, well, what do other places do? They have a weekly class that you can come. So we started with the group therapy, and it's going really good. It used to be on Mondays, now it changed to Thursdays. And actually, next week we're doing something a little different. I'm not even going to talk about it. You're just going to have to check out my page and come through next Thursday from 8:30 at 1000 Buttonwood Street. It's going to be lit. Okay, we're healing. And I think sometimes that scares people, that word, but it's for everybody. Anybody who wants to be their highest self, who wants to just learn how to be happy every damn day, no matter what is thrown at you, come through and see. And everybody, and that's the beautiful part, is everybody that's partaking an event, a class, whatever, even if they just tuned into a live or a show, has really came out like, wow, that was really worth every minute that I spent.
Right.
Because I'm able to learn something about myself. I'm able to learn something about how to handle certain situations that I wouldn't already know just from life or just from others.
So we come from different walks.
Right.
And so the way you grew up is different than the way I grew up, and the different, 5 different other people grew up. So, we didn't all come with the same tools at hand. So, it's a cool place to be able to get new coping skills to deal with things that happen every day with us.
There we go. So let's. I love your guys. Can you show them your beautiful creation?
Yeah, I don't think you can see it from here,
Yeah,
but listen, there's
okay.
little pink and purple flowers,
Yes.
green leaves, some gold on it. I'm sure all those colors mean
Yes.
something.
Yes. So purple, renewal of life, right? Green is very similar, growth.
Right, that's my favorite.
Orange is a little bit of
What's gold? I got gold.
Happiness. I actually don't know gold. I would have to look up what gold is. I'll get back to you on that
Riches.
one. Probably so. You're royal. That's what that is.
That's what the purple and the gold is.
Yes. I love it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
So you're just gonna remember that you're like a flower. When you worry, you're all
It always
constantly
comes back
beautiful
to the
and
rose,
grow.
right?
There we go.
I've actually, someone said that to me once. They're like, think about it. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
They actually said the rosemary bush, the herb. because it's multi-purpose. Like you can use it in cooking, you can use it in healing because it has antibacterial properties.
Okay.
So it's like, and it's very sturdy. It can withstand the winter.
Wow.
Things of that nature. So I was
Okay.
like, you know what?
That sound like you.
That was a pretty good one, man. I'm running with it.
Definitely you. Definitely you. I love it. I love it. Yeah, because flowers represent so much. You
Yeah.
know,
New
they're a part of
life,
the earth.
blooming.
Yes, all of that.
Right.
And just embracing that. That's how the path goes. When so the reason why when you think of worry, why do you think people worry?
Fear of the unknown.
Okay. And how does that come about?
I don't know, Mar.
So fear of the unknown, I know it sounded like a hard question, but it literally comes about just from your people's imagination.
Right.
Yeah.
We make a lot of shit up that isn't real.
It's multiple things. It's societal things. It's past things that have happened. Yeah, yes, past trauma, past things. But it's mainly your imagination. So once you're in charge of what you're starting to think, not so much what you're seeing, not so much what you're feeling.
Wait,
but
pause.
yeah.
Mar has fuzzy slippers on.
Yes. Get into it.
Continue.
Get into it. They're so comfortable.
Continue.
I had a day, okay?
I'm not even judging. I was just observing.
But yes, oh, I love that painting over there. But yes, it's literally what you're imagining, whatever is consuming your thoughts. That kind of determines your feelings, determines your physical, determines everything. So once you're in control of what you're thinking, then you're in control of your worry.
Goes back to mindset, folks.
Right.
How you look at everything, how you perceive it, how you process it, take it in, and you know, what do you do with that after the fact?
Exactly. Can you tell me one scenario that you worried like about it, and then afterwards later on you was like, dang, why did I worry?
A lot of things.
Right? 90 times.
Like, honestly,
90% of the time.
I'm an air sign, so I'm in my head, I'm an overthinker.
Man, dang.
So everything, and then you analyze all the different ways it could go right and all the different ways it could go wrong. And then you're like, weigh the pros and cons, and then you're like, I don't know, I did experience this, but I didn't experience that, so I don't even know if I'm willing to go down this path, because I didn't like that one. So listen,
there it is.
Yeah, and then sometimes, like you said, you get there, you do it. It's like, oh damn, man, like that was.
Yeah. Well, the crazy part is you'll worry, or you'll be like, oh, this, da, da, da. Then if you really like trust get through the process, or it always turns out way better than you ever thought it would turn out. You're like, wow, I thought this, or it starts to make sense. Or it's like, oh, I didn't get that job because I needed to get this job.
Exactly.
Or, oh, I didn't make it here at that time because in reality, this needed to happen so I can make it here at this time.
A lot of people have trouble processing the idea of that, though.
Yeah.
It's because it's a foreign concept of, well, what do you mean if,
Yeah. So some things you can do is take this paper. Oh, yes, your heart. Because we're loving. Take those little, Yes, here we are. You have some tools here.
Tools.
Yes, some tools. So these are little, you can get literally a straw, though, or like a back of a pencil or eraser. Stamp pads, dollar store, right? Get these. These are mandala tools from Amazon. That's my favorite.
This cool ass
So
thing?
donations, Amazon gift cards do help.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you take these and you literally just do some meditation.
What is the technical term for this, Joan?
So yeah, so they're
This is the same
I don't know that
type of thing.
So they're all mandala tools. Now I don't know what they're really called though.
Right.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, but they're very they have these shapes inside that if you actually just like turn it, it becomes very like you can get lost in it. Kind of like why I like crystals. If you really look at it, you can it's beautiful. But you just use it like a stamp.
I work.
Yeah, y'all hear me going in. So you use it like a stamp, and just I will not worry. Everything happens for a reason. And just say your affirmations as you're doing it. And then what you'll notice
So is it a stamping thing?
Yes.
It's a stamping technique.
For now. Like, you can use these in so many ways. But today we're doing the stamping technique.
I actually had a guest on the show well over a year ago. But she talked about this repetitive tapping technique. Is that similar?
It is. It's exactly that. Because it's like what I said about, so one of the things I didn't mention earlier about worrying is you want to find some type of release, right? So that's a physical release. So it could be movement, it could be exercise, it could be dancing, or it can literally be you just repetitively coloring, repetitively tapping, repetitively smacking something besides people. And
Yeah. Do you have some suggestions?
You can take a balloon and hit it multiple times. You can take a ball and dribble it multiple times.
There we go.
You can do something like this where you're just doing stuff on paper. It's
I know. People would run away with that, right? Like, oh, word!
Right. Boom, boom. No. Just something.
We do not promote violence.
Yeah. So physically releasing really does help you to just be like, okay, it's out of my control. Saying those affirmations to yourself, breathing, even doing this, zzz, or
Making some sort of white noise type thing.
It's all
in
buzzing. Yes.
So the buzzing.
Yeah. Try it.
Which one?
Where do you feel it?
Zzz. I don't know. My teeth.
Yeah. Your teeth. This area, your ears, your jaw. See? Might get a laugh out of you.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
But yes, it really makes you kind of like monetize your thought pattern. It calms you down and soothes your thought pattern so you're not worrying as much. But yeah, something that's really foreign to like people who are like, yo, like, am I going to be on? I don't know. I really am somebody who needs examples. So can you give me one example of something that people usually worry about?
Money.
Okay. Yes. Oh, that's a good one. Who worries about money? No, I don't. I actually don't.
A lot
anymore.
of people do, though.
Yes. So,
money.
So, something that when you're worried about money is literally you can do is just meditate on it. Visualize your life with money. What are some things, and not so much the money, but what are some things that you would do with money? How is it looking?
Make more money.
All of that. Also, just to literally. Did you
so
hear me
literal.
say literally?
She's so literal.
Listen to the I am abundance. I am a money manifester. Money comes to me.
Money
the crystals,
comes to me
the
with
green
ease.
ones usually have to do with
Adventuring's a good one for money. Tiger eye.
The candle, the money candle. Like that shit. Meditate on it. Look at the fire flame and be like, yes, I am a flame full of tons of money. Realize, and most importantly, realize what you're grateful for.
Yeah, that's the most important, because when you're grateful, then abundance will come to you through
like literally
your intention.
If you have no money, start just reciting everything you do have. I have clothes. I have a car. I have a house. I have friends that
a lot
love
of people
me.
get stuck in the things they don't have.
Right.
You know?
That's what tricks your mind. So literally the gratitude, the gratefulness, going through that list, not only would it you start to feel it and believe it, you start to feel better. You start to see how much you can control those subconscious thoughts. And you start to see how much life isn't really that bad, you know?
Tell them more.
But money is also solution-oriented, right? So it's like, okay, well, how can I get money to that? Let's say you like, okay, I can sell my paintings for money. Oh, no, you didn't get any sales. Are we about to sit here and cry about it? Are we about to say, oh, no, I'm still going to worry about money. I'm not getting money. Are we going to sit here and say, hold up, I just painted this. What is something else? You know, what is another solution to gather money? Or do I really need all this money at this point? Has God, or realize how much in the past you've you might have not had all you had wanted, but had all
always
you
had
needed.
what you needed. That was always me. I didn't always have what I wanted, but I
Yeah.
always had what I needed.
Yeah.
I always
Like you
was
probably
able to
can't
find
afford
a way
to
to get
order
what I
out
needed.
tonight, but somehow
You still
got
ate.
food today.
Yeah, you still ate.
So going back to the grateful list, but just really like not letting it consume you. Like, okay, money will come, and just believe it. You start saying that shit to yourself, you'll start believing it and watch it work. And I'm telling you, I've been,
Less talking, more action.
listen, I've been in so many scenarios where I was like, damn, I don't have nothing in my account right now.
And it came to you
And I was just like,
threefold,
you know
Mar.
what? But only when
You
I put it,
relinquished
yeah,
control.
when I was like, I need, now we know
Boom.
my rent is due on the 5th. And it's the 4th. And I don't have nothing. But
Every time
I
it came
believe that the
through.
Lord is going to come through. I'm going to trust on you. I'm not even going to worry about it because somehow something's going to happen. You know, I was solution-oriented. I text my landlord, hey, bro, I don't know. It might be a
Giving you
little late this
heads
month.
up.
Just so you know, I'm trying to figure it out this, that, and the third. And I just was over it. I didn't even, at that scenario, I didn't even, like, do any work because I could have, you know, I'm a hustler. I'll go and rent a house and sell something. But I just didn't. I was just like, and then look at what, you know, somebody asked for a commission and sent me the deposit right away or some shit. But it's just
Right.
like really just I'm abundant.
They
Money's
say,
coming
look
to
at
me.
God.
It comes because you notice you'll get it and then it just leaves and then it comes back.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just worrying. It's just everything happens for a reason. Everything is going to go how it's supposed to go, regardless of how you want it to, regardless of how you think it's going to go. It's going to be perfectly aligned with the way it's going to go. It doesn't matter whether you want to, you know, worry about this or worry about that. The only thing you should do is think of possible. So everything is possible. Possible
Right.
scenarios that can happen. That's all you can do is say, okay, this will happen.
What's the worst my mom always says, what's the worst that can happen?
Right.
And I'd say, whatever. She's like, could you live with it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then shut up.
That too. Yeah.
Like, then if
Real
you could
shit.
live with the worst that could happen,
Right.
what are you know, just stop cycling. You're cycling right
Yes.
now. I need you to take a seat. Get in the
Exactly.
parking lot.
Exactly.
Stay still. Like, you know.
So that's crazy.
Be
One of
still.
I kind of did this with somebody else, and their affirmation was be still. So that's funny that you said that. Yes. So just be still. Just trust the process. Trust that everything's gonna be okay. Like it's already been okay for years. You
Right.
know, and something's working out for the best. Because a lot of times when it's not going how you wish it to go, when stuff it seems like it's going
It's
slanted,
not supposed to.
It's not
You're
supposed
not
to.
moving in harmony with something. Either your decisions or you know your spirit. You're not moving in harmony, and you're being
Or-
pushed in other directions.
Yeah, yeah. Or it's supposed to be a line like that, and something big is coming. Sometimes that too is like, okay, they're setting you up. Like, you know, I'm into the Lord. The Lord is setting you up for something big to happen, like opposite of what they're placing stuff out of your way so that this can happen.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. You need to have a
So-
tower moment, whether it's good or bad, positive or negative. It needs to be major for you to have that wake up call.
Definitely.
Hello.
We can't worry over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
How's
I
those-
like these
how's
dots.
Those dots
The
going?
dots are going awesome.
They look beautiful.
I like
the big and the small.
Yeah, I like these ones. These because they're more consistent, and so I like the more consistent pattern.
Yeah.
That's fun, but that's a whole different. Even though it's the same stamping technique, it's different,
Yes.
different situation.
I love it.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. And how do you feel?
I'm chill. We're just
Yeah.
chilling, having conversation,
Yeah.
and
It's very
Taking in that
very
info?
relaxing.
right.
It's
Right.
very relaxing.
I'm just not really putting thought. I'm looking, but I'm not like overly.
I kind
of
of do. So I seriously do this, and I do this when my partner he wants me to listen to him. So
Okay.
because I'm so distracted usually, or I'm like, okay, I'm present. Like that's my thing.
You know what?
I'm present.
Because in art therapy, I did art therapy before, and that was it. You can choose. They're like pick a mandala to work
Yeah,
on. You know,
yeah.
because now you're conscious, but you're not.
Yeah.
You're just in the zone.
Yeah.
So now you can have that fluid discussion.
So yeah, it's fun, and I'm like, I can listen. I can get into it. Focus on my subconscious thoughts.
Do you ever get caught up in the project or whatever?
Um,
Or that
well,
usually works for conversation for you?
no, it does. It just depends.
Right. How deep is your... Okay, got it.
It just depends, but a lot of times, yeah, multitasking is not for me.
Right.
But yeah, it just depends. I use it as like a calmer, relaxes me.
Chill.
Chill. But yeah, so yeah, just trust the process. Know that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to go how it's supposed to go. We shouldn't worry. We worry because we're human, because we just are, it's a learned behavior that we don't know how to take
Right.
away. But once again, just to review the steps, so one of them was take deep breaths, find a release, do something you love. What did you say? Did you say something? Solutions. Find a solution.
Yeah, I mean, you can constructively think of solutions without having to worry.
Yeah.
A lot of times people intertwine the two.
Yeah. And notice not everything is in your control.
No.
Like 90% of the time is not in your control. So it's like, oh well.
Practice. What do they call it? Damn, what is it?
What is what?
The term. I was trying to think of a term, but I can't think of it. Continue.
Yes. So worry less. Just trust in your spirit and your intuition. Trust in the universe and watch it work. And hire me if you still are worrying every day about every little thing.
Hire Mar. She'll come do art with you.
Expressive healing enthusiast in your life.
Right.
Okay.
Come teach you different techniques.
Yeah, seriously.
You can share, constructive art notes.
Constructive art notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what else you been up to, Mar? Besides making this music, putting on events.
Yes. So honestly, I am just like trying right now, since I heard that news that I'm not going back to work.
Yeah.
I've just been trying to figure out how I am about to money, figure out different incomes and just follow the Lord, the intuition. So I've been
Trust the process.
Yeah, spending a lot of alone time with myself. I'm a master manifester now, so everything I say happens. Everything that I think about becomes a reality. So make sure I'm monitoring my thoughts and just doing stuff that I love to do.
I'm not gonna be greedy, but I'll start off with a pound of hundreds, and I promise I'll use it to make more money. So if you can stew that up, let me know.
Yes. So that's what I've been doing. I'm working on a children's book. I'm trying to find a digital animator for that. So if anybody knows somebody, send them my way. Because I want it to be a little, like, oh, let me just send you the link or the app. And then you just look at, it's called Manny Makes Mistakes. I'm so excited.
That's neat.
I always got to tell you stuff. So it's like, but it's a mental health children's book. Yes. And I'm painting the pictures now. So I'm working on that.
So wait, tell me how this works.
Yeah.
So do you make the character and then they like make it move and stuff?
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
That's the vision.
Wow.
That's the vision. Yeah, like basically, like I'm just not into technology because otherwise I could do it myself. But yes, I'm looking for somebody who can take what I've done and just make it move a little bit and just add some pizzazz to it. And everybody can just, all the kids are on tablets.
You know what that made me think of?
What?
Is you remember the flip books?
Yeah.
You could draw a little flip book and then like make a video of
That's
it.
a lot of work. Them little
it so is.
I don't got the patience.
She said, that's
it's
not
like
gonna
one
work.
little line that turned.
Yeah. Just so the guy can run down the block. Like, I don't know.
So we gonna make this work. But yeah, it's about it has to do with how to handle anger, how to a lot of kids are not as confident, so it has to do with that and just different words like solutions and yoga and just I'm excited about it.
Working as a as an instructor and a teacher, what are like some of the biggest challenges? Like you talked about, some aren't confident, some just have anger issues. Like what are some of the more prevalent problems?
Yeah. So
struggles.
Yeah. I mean, especially when I did my tutoring business, I noticed all of it was confidence, was them not feeling like they can be themselves, mostly because of just their parents working so much, or their parents not to blame it on their parents, but yeah, they don't have the time for one-on-one, and then they're dealing. So a lot of it was just confidence within themselves, or just not feeling like they know they can be themselves 100%, because they're also dealing with peer pressure from friends. They're also dealing with just thoughts that consume them, that somebody else has put in their head, and they believe that. So I feel like it's the miseducation.
Like, who planted those seeds?
Right.
Where are they at? I want to
Yeah.
tell them a thing about themselves.
Really? So it's really the miseducation that they think they have to conform to everybody else or be like everybody else. And it just goes back to confidence. So I say this thing where confidence is conning your density. Right?
Okay.
So think about it. So you are dense. Like, you have this big density of light within yourself, of amazingness. And because somebody has told you, or you believe it because society has made you believe that, you con it. So conning your density is the opposite, is what's happening when you're not confident. Because confident is like, I know who I am.
Right.
I'm okay with who I am. I love everything about my, maybe not everything, but I love,
but you
know,
accept
who
it.
I accept.
And if not, you make the necessary changes.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I think that's a big thing within the kids, is like, okay, and that's why I love doing expressive art therapy with the kids, because they automatically, their parents are like, oh my God, they're talking
confidence
so
booster?
much more. Yeah, they love themselves more. They're expressing themselves more. They're communicating on how to handle life lessons in a better manner, because they understand that they're acceptable to handle things outside of what the realm of what they've been shown or taught.
Right. What you've been conditioned to believe.
Right. So it's like, because even as adults, I'm constantly like, no, it's okay to say that. No, it's okay to. It's like,
you know, for me, and I've always been vocal, but not always in a positive way. And so, you know, as I've gotten older, for me, communication, I've had to work on my communication.
Okay.
And the attachment of emotion to the communication as well. Because, you know, I came from one of those vocal, loud households.
Oh.
So that first response is,
Right,
you know,
right.
Instead of, that's not cool with me, or you can't do that, or, you know, in some way. So,
people start to feel like they can't say anything.
And I got to that point where I was just like, man, it's not worth the argument.
Right.
It's not worth the possible confrontation.
Understands me or whatever.
But those are cop-outs. And even if they don't understand you have to just understand that they don't.
Right.
And only deal with them in a way that is good for both of you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody's going to understand you.
Right. The communication isn't even, so a lot of times, yes, it is about the other person, but it's for yourself. Like, if you're feeling some type of way and you are clear or brave enough to mention why you're feeling this way, what you need to happen in the future.
I like that you said brave, because
Brave.
like not everybody there's a lot of people that it just comes natural. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And there's other people that they're like, oh man, should I say something, or I don't want to rock the boat, or whatever. You know, it's like sometimes it takes it is you have to be strong, and you have to be brave to be able to make certain communications, and sometimes even the especially the tough ones, where it's like it's not something little that you're just gonna be like, never mind, I'm just not gonna mention that. No, we need to talk about this.
Talk about this. Yeah. And I feel like when you take that step to talk about something that's scary, or that you don't know how the person is going to react, or you don't know if this is going to mess up your relationship.
Right, what the outcome's going to be.
It goes back to worrying.
Yeah.
It goes back to you just realizing that once you say what you need to say, whatever's about to happen after that is going to happen.
Right.
How it's supposed to happen, and that's going to be the best way it can happen.
Right.
You know, and then not only that, but just realizing that you saying that is like necessary.
I realized
to go.
For me, some of it was, I think it was almost like I felt like I could see myself growing because I would mention things that I wouldn't necessarily mention in a previous time in my life.
Right.
And so I could see that, and for me, it's like, oh wow, okay, that was bold of you,
Right.
and I might have thought it, but I might not have said it or handled it as maturely as I can, or I try to now. And so for me, I'm just like, wow, okay, girl.
Yes, look at you.
That was
growing
hard,
up and
right? That was
stuff.
hard to say. And the other part is
Right.
to be okay with those consequences. Like you
Yes.
said, well, you don't know. Is this going to mess up my relationship? Well, listen, if that person can't handle what you have to say or respect what you have to say, you don't need to be in that relationship,
right.
regardless if it's a friendship or a romantic relationship.
Speak about it.
So at the end of the day, you gotta
I have a
always
lot of
gotta worry about you first.
You first. That's what it's about. It's about you being at peace with yourself.
Right.
You putting making sure you're being clear on your boundaries, what you accept, what you don't accept, what you want, what you feel.
I'm just gonna say that's the topic of the day because this is the second time I've had this
boundary?
conversation. Not so much boundaries, like what you want to put your boundaries, but what you want to put your energy into and what's acceptable and all those types of things. It's just like, listen, I've come too far in my life at this point and made so much progress from who I used to be and the bullshit I used to accept that I refuse to let myself endure any of that.
Right.
I have too much self-love and self-respect at this point. And I'm sad to say that I didn't at one point, but listen, I learned and I grew and here we are.
Yeah.
Boom.
The new word I'm focusing on is trust.
Yeah.
So a lot
Tell
of
me about
times
it.
when you communicate, you have to trust that what you did, following your intuition, because that's what's making you want to communicate. Following your intuition is the best way possible scenario it can be. So a lot of times, one time I was in college, right? My first year of college. Shout out to Westchester. Woo, let's get it. I had some roommates and they were friends, but turns out the one girl ended up, and mind you, I'm the most peaceful person ever if you didn't know this by now, but one person was trying to fight
like,
me.
it's cool. I don't want no trouble.
Right, and somebody was trying to fight me, and I'm like, listen, like, I don't want to fight you. Like, I'm not even mad at you.
I'm not
like,
about that life.
I'm communicating. I'm like, listen, I don't have any hard feelings. I don't fight anyway. Like, just whatever. Come to find out, like, later on, so we stopped being friends, right? We didn't fight or nothing because she just looked stupid. I don't know.
She hype and you're not.
Right. So, but anyway, and then later on, she, like, to this day, she watches my ever story. She likes everything. But anyway, she apologized. She was like, I'm so sorry.
Well, that means she's watching now. So peace, sister.
Love you, girl. Love you, girl. We all have moments. But yeah, so she definitely was like, I'm sorry, So I'm saying all of that to say, when you communicate, the person might not receive it at that time.
Or understand.
Or understand it. Or still be ready to fight you.
Yeah, they don't care. They're
they
just
ain't,
stuck in
they
their feelings.
in the head. They ain't in. They might not be in that realm because at the end of the day, like, you wouldn't have to say anything if they already knew, right? So
yeah, but the whole point is, like, you have to be at peace with just you saying your piece and, like, letting it be.
And that's what I said what I had to say. And I left the girl alone, and she came running back to me. And I feel like that's what I was going to say is, like, a lot of times when you do communicate, 9 times, not everybody, because some people are just very pig-headed, but 9 times out of 10, over time, they might show you that what you did was right, and they appreciate it, and they see why. And even if they don't come up to you, you've seen, oh, Jackie did that to you, so now you complaining to so-and-so. Like, so it's like karma is a thing that's involved. So don't ever worry, using that word again, worry about what happens after you've communicated things in a nice way, per se. Don't do it like
don't be on some spiteful weirdo crap. Just but simply state whatever it is you need to state.
If
and
you
leave
gotta
it
write
alone.
a letter, if you gotta do whatever.
I've done all of those things. I've been a letter writer.
You might even have to scream it at
you know what? Sometimes something I do, like, sometimes I get frustrated, and so it's not great for me to communicate at that period of time, but I will think about it and process it and not try not to act off my emotions.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll write down what I'm angry about
There
or
we
what's
go.
bothering me,
Yep.
and I'll just let the person read it. Or I'll go back to it later myself and be like, well, do I still feel this way? And is
Right.
that reality? Because a lot of times when we're in our emotions, we hype it up, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll look back and I'll be like, I don't know, you might have been a little excessive. That was real, but like, I don't know. Like, is it
Right.
that serious?
Yes.
You know, like you have to,
Yeah.
you know, reevaluate, bring it back to reality. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times, you know, reality isn't reality for
I
everybody.
think sometimes you can also, like, what helps is when you write down, like, what you're angry about, just realize, like, other people's point of view.
Right.
Like-
Always analyze, like try to
Yeah.
see where, like, can I see their point of view?
Right.
And how did I contribute to this
If you did,
situation?
yeah. Because,
Right. Did I
like,
contribute?
If somebody disrespected you, right?
Mhm.
And we all know disrespect is a no-no.
Yeah,
If
right.
If somebody disrespected you and you're like, okay, I felt disrespected. This person, what's something that somebody can do that's disrespectful?
Just address you improperly.
Address me improperly. You know, I don't appreciate that. I never did that to them. You can sit there and say, okay, well, hold on. Why is this person addressing me, you know, inappropriately? Do they do this to everybody?
Right.
Is it really about me?
Right.
Do they have something internally going on to make them address people? Were they in the right mind at the time? You know, like, so you start to realize that and you're like, damn, am I really mad that
Right.
they did that? Like,
Especially socially, because sometimes people are out socially and they're drinking and
Yeah.
other elements are involved. So you have to be mindful of those
I was
things.
somewhere and the guy was like, he came up and he was like, yeah, some guy said something like outrageous to the guy, like in the street. But he was like from the Army. It was clear as day. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it was clear as day, like the guy had something mentally wrong with him. And the guy was like so disrespected that he got like in a fight and then the police got involved or whatever. And in my head, I'm like, bro.
Over some words
that you know.
Unless
you
you
know
put your
these aren't
hands on
true.
me, like, man,
You know
I
these
don't-
aren't true. So why are you really about? So it's just like you have to pick your battles. I'm
Right.
sorry, I'm kind of going off key, but
Don't
But-
worry about what other people say,
Thank
and
you.
that's how we tied it in. We are at the end of our hour. Make sure you check out Mar at Expressive Illustrations.
Yes.
Register for some of her classes. She has multiple ones. And also, as well, we have Colors of Therapy on Saturday.
Please, guys, come out. It's one of my biggest shows ever, honestly, and I'm probably taking
on
a
my
break after
calendar.
this. Yes, you coming? Yes.
As long as I don't get sidetracked by trying to catch a bag and it's not on the schedule. So I'm
There we go.
planning
It's
on
from-
being there.
It's from 6 to 10, so even if you pop up for an
Yeah.
hour, you know.
Yeah, I anticipate stopping by.
It's really well worth your time. You're gonna have so much fun. Come and support. Come and get some drinks, some
Come pet a cat or
food.
whatever, a dog.
We're doing movement therapy. We have a fire show happening. A stunter is gonna
Really?
be there. A smoke show.
What?
Yeah, balloon installation.
Is this an outside thing?
It is.
Okay, because I was going to say,
outside.
we got the fire blowers in there and
It's
shit.
at
Oh, my
Viaduct,
God.
Philly. It's this like really? They have a lot of plants and like antique
It's out,
furniture.
it's like out.
Actually, if you check
is it
the
like
lot-
is it if you were like walking through world over imports? All artsy and ethnic and shit.
It's very relaxing. I won't say
Nice.
that. They actually have a chicken coop where they just have chickens there
Oh.
every day. Like I'm like, okay,
I saw two
cool.
chickens walking down the street the other
Really?
day
It's
over
just a
in
norm now.
Powelton Village. It was very odd. It's very
norm
odd. They look like
now.
escapees. But anyway, make sure you check out, as I said, Expressive Illustrations and Colors of Therapy this Saturday.
Yes.
That information is posted on Expressive Illustrations, and I will post as well. Make sure you check out all previous episodes. And next week, we are talking with Mama Yoga and, my
I
folks,
love
Rusty
Mama
Stone
Yoga.
from bass player of the Tramps, on harmonic resonance. So that's going to be a dope show. I got two of my old heads. We're going to get in the mix with it. So
Yes.
until next week.
Thank you for
Peace.
having